The PoliceOne Academy is your online training solution from law enforcement experts. With access to hundreds of videos, the PoliceOne Academy delivers cost-effective, valuable solutions for your department. Tap into must-have training from the experts at PoliceOne.
You know, we often talk about how dangerous a foot pursuit is, and in 2008, we discovered just how deadly it can become when a foot pursuit deteriorates into a life and death struggle. Today, our guest is going to tell us, A, how dangerous foot pursuits can be, and B, the importance of the warrior spirit to never give up, no matter what happens.
Officer down. HQ, we're in front of the storage place, 94 Atlantic. Officer down, rescue 1068.
Well, with me now is Detective Jared Reston of the Jacksonville Sheriff's Department, and I tell you what, you have a remarkable story to tell us. What happened to you on that foot pursuit that day? What led to that foot pursuit?
On January 26th of 2008, I was working in off-duty capacity with my partner. Belps Loss Prevention comes over to the mall security radio and says, hey, we're stopping 2 shoplifters. They're going to be exiting out the south doors. We're on the north side of the mall in the security office. So we pull the cameras up and watch a white male and a black male exit the store. Loss Prevention approaches them, goes to make a stop. The white male begins to fight Loss Prevention. And we started running to the south parking lot. By the time we made it there, they already had the suspect, the white suspect, in handcuffs and escorting him back to the store. Well, when we arrive, we say, is everything okay? And they say no. The black male also stole, I think, a pair of jeans. We would like him apprehended. I look up, he had about a 50-yard head start on me and my partner. He sees us, see him, and the security guard pointing to him, so he takes off running. At that point, we take off running after him. We end up into another shopping center. Well, at that point, I kicked it in and told my partner, I'll go get him. I took off running. He started to pace himself more so he can sound better on the radio, put out good transmissions. So I round the corner, had my taser out, told the suspect to stop. I was probably 10 feet away from him. Told the suspect to stop, identify myself as a police officer, not mall security, and then he needed to stop running from us. He turned around, faced me, puts his hands in the air, starts walking backwards. Never stopped, never said anything, and then just did the suspect turn and run. So I again started chasing him. I told him again, stop or I'm gonna tase you. He didn't stop, he continued to run. I attempted to tase him, my taser was inoperable. My taser just started counting down on the back of my screen. It just kept counting down. Didn't spark, didn't shoot, didn't do anything. So at this point, it's a fluid moving, so I'm starting to catch up to him some more. So quickly I had to resafe my taser, reholster it, and as soon as I did that, the suspect was right there on me. I grabbed him by his hood and was gonna dump him, and we were just gonna go to the ground, and I put him in cuffs. Well, as soon as I put my hand on him, he turns, swings his elbow around, and breaks my grip, so now we're facing each other. As soon as we're facing each other, when he broke my grip, I knew it was a fight. It wasn't gonna be something that, hey, get off me and go. We're there, he based out, it was a fight. I reached up, grabbed his head, pulled it as close to me as I could, and was delivering elbows and knees to his compronial, trying to get him to the ground and waiting for my partner to catch up. So, I'm talking seconds into that, I felt a large impact to my face. So I start rolling down this embankment, and then I'm feeling with my tongue, and that first round entered my jaw right here and exited out my neck and took several teeth in my jaw with it. So my jaw collapsed on top of itself, and my teeth were laying horizontal in my mouth. At that time, at the same time, I'm looking up at him, and the suspect standing on top of the embankment, shooting down at me. So he was shooting at me and walking, and then he started to walk away. When he was walking away, he was over his shoulder taking shots at me. So he's getting away from me. Well, when I realized he's shooting me, he was doing it, it pissed me off. It kicked me in that this son of a bitch is not gonna sit here and kill me at all. Well, when I sat up to draw my pistol, just that me sitting up like that triggered him to come back towards me. Well, when he started doing that, I was from my back trying to fight to my feet to get in a good pistol stance. I was shooting just strong hand only on him, and fighting to get to my feet. Well, as I'm pushing up and shooting at the suspect, I can feel pain through my thigh and in my butt. And so I knew I'm hit more than this. So I knew I'm hit, but I got a job to do. I got to end this, and I got to end it now. So every time that front sight would lay down on his torso, he was wearing a black hooded sweatshirt. So I could see that front sight. As soon as it got on his torso, I'd give him another round, and I'd give him another round. He was closing the gap straight at me, but I was able to he started to curve off to my right. So I was pushing him off target, off me. So I'm pushing him, and he's going. And the suspect he's wincing and shooting. It's almost, I compare it to if you're trying to shoot your kid with a squirt gun, he's trying to squirt you and he's trying to outrun those bullets. So he's like, well, that's what he was doing. So he's leaned out. I'm giving it to him. When he's on top of the embankment, he starts to collapse, and he's parallel to me, and he falls onto me because I'm about to my knee now. So at that point, as soon as he falls, I grab him by his sweatshirt and I pull him as close to me as I could. And I fell back into my side. So he's laying, facing away from me right here, my chest to his back. I put the muzzle to his head and I fire 3 extreme close proximity shots to his head.
AQ Rescue 1068, 9400 Atlantic. Officer down.
252, Delta 242, 1026, Delta 757, 1026.
What business are you at? Where's he at? Number 1. AQ, we're in front of the storage place, 9400 Atlantic. Officer down. Rescue 1068.
First one entered right here through my jaw and exited out the side of my neck. I took 3 across the chest, 1 dead center of my plate, K5, 1 into my ribs and 1 into my shoulder. Took 1 right above my left knee, exited out my thigh. Took 1 in my right buttock, which is still lodged next to my hip, and 1 in my right elbow. Body armor is huge. I took 3 hits to my chest, 1 hit my plate, center chest, which is a pure showstopper, which your armor's a tool, and all that tool did is help keep me, the weapon, in the fight. So you need to wear it just because anybody can take rounds and do things, but you need to be able to stay in, you need to up your chance of staying in that fight. The sheriff's office was outstanding. The citizens of Jacksonville were awesome. I've never got a bad word on it. Was the sheriff's office officer of the year. I was the FOP state officer of the year. I was the attorney general of the state of Florida law enforcement officer of the year. I mean, it was a good thing. I mean, people recognize warriors and what some people go through. If I would have died that night, I wouldn't have known I died because I was going to fight my last breath. I'm not going to ask for any forgiveness. You know, I had a 1-year-old son and a wife, and I said, no. When I started thinking about my families, those days when I'm sitting on the couch and I don't want to go up and go to the range, but I get up and go to the range anyway. To make myself better and to do this, you don't just do it for yourself, you do it for your family, and then you do it for your community. You do it because it's what you signed up to do. This is your job.
Well, Detective Reston, all I can say is thank you for your service and also for being the personification of everything that I believe is how a person lives the warrior's path. And you use the verbiage and you've lived it, and that's the great and remarkable thing. And I think everyone out there, as you think about how you prepare yourself, think about what Jared went through, the suffering and the pain, the struggle, the never give up, never surrender attitude. And here he is back out there hunting bad guys every day and in a phenomenal fitness and strength, but not just physically, morally and emotionally. That is truly what we talk about when we talk about the warrior's path. For Police One, I'm Dave Smith. Stay safe.
Call today and tap into must-have real-world training from the experts at Caliber Press and PoliceOne.